Starting off very quickly before I bring back Dr. Katch in the studio, I just like you to know that cybersecurity experts them don't they worry over waiting them find out will be some sort of breach for inside INEC website. And this breach reflects, say, you get about 28 casino and gambling articles published inside INEC website. That is the INEC official website. And this one don't make people they very, very worried about the situation. I don't know if anybody can hear me. Please kindly raise a pointer if you can hear me because I don't understand what's happening to the live. I don't know if I am still even live in the first place. So if you can hear me, please kindly raise a pointer. Let me be sure that you can hear and see me, please. If you can hear me, please kindly indicate. Let me be sure that you can hear and see me. Oh my goodness, I don't understand what's going on. Um, all right, I think there is a problem. I don't know how to sort this out now. Okay, let's see. Please, if you can hear me, kindly indicate that you can hear me. If you can see me too, kindly indicate you can do so. Okay, I think I'm back live now. Thank you. Sincere apologies for that brief break. I just needed to be sure that I'm still live on air and you can hear and see me very well. All right, so going on to the conversation very quickly. Now, cybersecurity experts then don't raise alarm as then talk, say, then discover about 28 casino and gambling articles for inside INEC website. That now waiting and be say people don't raise alarm and they talk. And this one don't raise concerns of Nigerians, especially as the 2027 election don't they come for hand. And people don't they talk say why this kind of thing would exist for an official INEC website. Could this be a breach? What exactly is going on here? Waiting a BCD happen. Remember, say, waiting they make people worry past now because of say till now, people never still get a clear clarification from INEC as to what caused the glitch for 2027 election, 2023 election. We make them no fit upload presidential election results like they do to other results. And right now, if even election never even they start, we don't see some kind of funny things and for inside our official website, we they different from adverts according to waiting the experts then they talk. Then what should Nigerians do about this? What should Nigerians do about this? Should we be more worried about this? For all of that and more now won't look at this evening, plus including other things so basically happen for inside the country. Welcome to Update with Precious, another beautiful day to bring on an update of all the things that they share for inside the country. Sincere apologies for starting a bit late, and sincere apologies for that glitch, not any kind of glitch. This one is occasioned by network issues, so please bear with us. We could take a small break. We'll come back. Dr. Katch joined us inside the studio to put mad for all of this and more matter after the break. Good evening, Nigerians. Welcome to Updates with Precious. Another beautiful day to bring on an update of things that they happen for inside our country. And now, without much ado, I will just go straight to some headlines of story them what they happen for inside the country. Quick. I will just select them sharp before Dr. Kat join us because Indy for corner ready to join us. So, courts don't order ADC INEC to maintain status quo for inside KB candidates dispute as Kwara rescue Wuru abductees. The rescued Wuru abductees reunite with their families. Say governments will hold them, they take treatment, but now they don't reunite with their families. Tinubu swears in any tongue as head of civil service of the federation. And then we can move on to other issues very quickly. 2027, Tinubu took money from Nigerians, gave it to governors. Melaye and I talk. That's Dino Melaye and I talk this one. And Mafarawa remains a governorship candidate and for our ADC chairman. Now they talk this one. Opposition parties set August 31 to unite against Tinubu. August 31, now they don't keep for corner. Say this day of our Lord, August 31, now BC go unite against Tinubu, and that's now on Monday. But how possible is that going to even be? Now, PDP denies mobilizing support for Makinde's 2027 presidential bid. Well, Tinubu in closed-door meeting with APC governors at Aso Rock. And Ogun government charges youth to embrace dialogue over disruption, shun election violence. And then we could look at other things we do for inside. It is very quickly as time no day. Provide details of 600 billion naira cash transfers to 15 million Nigerians. I think we don't challenge Tinubu. Tinubu Minister of Humanitarian Affairs yesterday come out and talk. Say they don't lift a lot of Nigerians out of poverty. E.g., for example, say they don't give about 10, 15 million households for Nigerians, 25,000 naira each. And total they don't spend about 600 billion naira plus. Now, I think we say provide the details. Yimu. This is the one they say you speak to the fingers. The Nigerian government to install street lights camera on Niger Bridge to forestall theft of components. And then Borogun mosque attack. Niger PFN condemns abduction of worshippers, demands safe rescue, and Tinubu orders major reform of Nigerian football, repeated tournament failures. Yeah, failure the peanuts. Supposed peanuts. All right, so let's move on very quickly. As Kwara rescued Wura abductees, reunited their families. Kidnappers of Kwara monarch Oba Moses Oyinloye demand 30 million naira ransom. Troops rescued 2 kidnapped victims, rescued 94 restored livestock in Kaduna State. But we could just enter inside all that papers very quickly. On top of Vanguard nowadays, where they say Tinubu meets APC governors at presidential villa. And then let's see what we have here. 10.11 billion naira travel expenditure, not for Mutswang government house, Plateau government now they clarify that kind of money. The way money they use the flyer, it could just the wonder, say what is going on here. Now for this same poor Nigeria, what would they like this? Get rid of kakistocrats in your government, or else and do me they want to that one and it will go anywhere. Fuel subsidy, Article's 3rd U-turn exposes political posturing. That now we see the talk. So listen, Tinubu has done a lot for Nigerians. He'll be re-elected. Fabio they are short say, I don't do waiting. Don't do plenty things more than waiting Napoleon Bonaparte. No, if even do self. So, meanwhile, Kaduna APC Governor Obasani says increased FAC revenue is being used for loan repayment, which will continue until 2048. Loan will be say fight take. Hey, Abi, another person take him. Okay, Tinubu cannot fight terrorism because terrorists and terror financiers are running his government. Adebayo. SDP presidential candidate, and they talk this one, no. Say he no go fit fight terrorism because the terrorists themselves and the people where they sponsor them say then they find them they in government, then they run in government. Adebayo, this matter strong way talk like this. So okay. But let's move on to the major talk of the day. And I like to, to take a second to break down this conversation a bit. So fresh concerns have been raised over the cybersecurity and digital preparedness of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, ahead of the 2027 general election, following discovery of casino and gambling-related content published on the Commission's official website. So Nigerian broadcaster KAA Truth raised the concerns in a post questioning how such content could appear on INEC's website, despite the Commission receiving more than 1 trillion naira in budgetary allocations, including over 200 billion naira earmarked for digital infrastructure. So why we're going to get this kind of thing with casino gambling, when no be adverts go inside our website? Why? Official government election website. We're supposed to be very sacred. Now, according to KAA Truth, the issue came to light after AI governance researcher Martins Owakwe investigated a flagged link and discovered roughly 28 casino and gambling articles hosted directly on INEC's official website. Now, the posts were reportedly not advertisements or links directing users to external websites, but actual pages published on INEC's domain. Now, the content reportedly included gambling promotions such as Instant Casino France, as well as Czech language gambling articles presented as ordinary blog posts. However, he said the more serious concern was the WordPress account used to publish most of the pages. Now, according to the podcaster, the pages were published under the author's name, Ajuma Acho, which reportedly corresponds to an individual who previously worked with Intera Networks, a technology company that has provided contact center and web services to INEC. That is person where been don't work for INEC. Now the person name where be say they still they reflect as person where it be say publish this document what they talk about. Now he said that information on the individual's LinkedIn profile suggests that she left the company years ago, raising questions about whether an old publishing account remained active and vulnerable, or whether someone with current access had been using the account. So the podcaster warns that an account capable of publishing unauthorized content on INEC's website could potentially be used to disseminate more damaging information during election or an election generally. So a credential that can quietly publish dozens of gambling pages is a credential that could, in principle, publish a fake result announcement on election night. That now waiting a be saying talk. So concerns were also raised over INEC's voter information subdomain. Voters in that is voters.nigeria.org, which he said had previously been compromised and served Russian language content before becoming unavailable. Yeah. So the development has heightened concerns about the security of Nigeria's digital infrastructure as the country approaches the 2027 elections, especially after the drama we happened for inside 2023 election. Wait till today, this establishment, they yet to tell Nigerians exactly step by step the nature of glitch where is suffer, we make the know if you upload the polling unit results from EC8 forms from the polling to the IREF. Now, KA Truth links the website concerns to separate reports that INEC's core voter accreditation devices still operate on Android 10, an old operating system that Google stopped actively supporting years back. And then I remember saying they don't interview an INEC communications person. He talks saying, no, it no matter. Say the services where they need to use IREF beavers do, say they go fit afford to do them even with the Android 10. However, he argued that the combination of compromised online content and outdated accreditation technology raised questions about the Commission's cybersecurity readiness ahead of the elections. So he said the casino pages began disappearing after the issue attracted public attention. So right now, if you go there, you no go see them again. That now because of say, as you don't get public attention, they begin to come out one by one, with some links returning 404 errors, while other pages were reportedly stripped down to blank uncategorized pages. So the podcaster described the response as an incomplete cleanup and questioned why the content was not detected earlier until people detect them. So the truth, he also noted that INEC had not publicly explained how the alleged compromise occurred, how long the affected accounts or pages had been accessible, or whether anything beyond publicly visible web pages had been affected. Now, the concerns come against the backdrop of similar incidents involving government websites in several African countries. Now, according to him, he said a July report linked an Indonesian connected gambling syndicate to casino content planted at about 20 government websites across 16 African countries. Now, he claimed that researchers had found casino content on Nigeria's Federal High Court website, and that's a casino article was still accessible on the Kogi Internal Revenue Service website. This is really very troubling. So joining us in the studio is Dr. Katch Onanuju. Let's see how we can make a sense of this, because 2027 election is very important. Dr. Katch, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the show, sir. Can you hear me, sir? My village people no one make I hear you. Can you hear me, sir? We can't hear you. We can't hear you at all. We're unable to hear you. I think your network. We can hear you. I don't know if it's just me, but we can hear you. Unfortunately, I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. I cannot hear you at all. I can't. We can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. At all. At all. I don't know what is going on. Maybe rejoin. This issue around website and all of this, it's a very troubling situation. I think that we really need to talk about it. I hope Dr. Katch rejoins us very soon. But before that, let me just go ahead and give you some more headlines of what's going on in the country. As Catholic bishops condemn continued killings in Nigeria amid terrorist attack in Niger, Benue, and Plateau states. House rent crisis deepens in Lagos as landlords charge 2.5 million for 2-bedroom flats, despite 70,000 naira minimum wage. You guys don't understand. Sad that Nigerians can be attacked in broad daylight and abducted in such numbers. P2B false abduction of 600 worshippers in Niger mosques. under Tinubu's watch. Now, Aisha Yusufu once against trusting INEC technology, calls for manual monitoring of 2027 election results. So as you see, people don't already raise concerns. They won't say, make on not trust INEC results, or make on not trust the technology, make on manually monitor, put on an eye inside the matter. Meanwhile, Lagos APC government reportedly inaugurates task force to remove campaign banners of P2B other NDC candidates. So, in fact, there's a particular lady running under, I think, Surulere Federal Constituency, and her billboards were removed. Everything ABC she put up, they removed all of them, pata pata. Congratulations to judges on their new mansion, but Nigerians are not coming to courts to decide elections. Everything will be finished on the polling center. Now, Nigerians are reacting on the streets of social media as the judges they've done, they give them their houses. In 1 year, 7,825 Nigerians kidnapped, with terrorists making over 5 million US dollars from mass abductions in terms of ransoms, including Tinubu's approved ransoms delivered with helicopters. This, according to report. That now the one with way one news saying, say we know the presidency say they don't collect any ransom, they don't pay any ransom. But that, according to a report by AP and other media establishment, I then talk down and say our government carry helicopter go give ransom. No. Including these were people who even come. They say they see person will be say carry helicopter can't give them ransom. So then talk. Okay, moving on. Months after Wike's aid, Larry Olayinka accessed restricted INEC portal 26 casino gambling pages found on electoral body's website. Well, people are still raising alarm over it. Meanwhile, Nigerian universities set for huge fee hike as Tinubu's government forces new electricity tariff on higher institutions of learning and teaching hospitals. I did tell you this yesterday, and I said this yesterday, and it's very unfortunate. Okay, military. Other security agencies ordered to find over 600 Muslim, I beg your pardon, worshippers abducted from Niger mosques in broad daylight under this administration. And let's forget about that NFF drama, unfortunately. I don't like to do anything beyond politics on this platform, but let's see other issues that we have very quickly in the news. Let's see what we have here. Terrorist bandits abduct 7,800 Nigerians in 1 year. Oh, but be like a human being to the call 7,800 Nigerians in 1 year. 1 year, 7,800 Nigerians. What is going on? What is going on? Well, this is according to reports. So, yeah, let me just take a snippet of that conversation so that you see what's in the story day about. It's really very troubling. As Boko Haram armed bandits kidnapped at least 7,805 people and collected 7.78 billion naira in ransom in just 1 year. This, according to SBM Intelligence. Listen, SBM Intelligence, I need to talk about this one. So the report released by the Intelligence Gathering and Strategic Consulting from, the company released this on Thursday today, stated that between July 2025 and June 2026, increased cases of kidnappings were recorded in Nigeria. Now, in the document titled The Economics of Nigeria's Kidnapping Industry, Economics of Nigeria's Kidnapping Industry 2026. Nigeria's kidnapping industry has undergone fundamental shift between July 2025 and June 2026. No fewer than 7,825 people, 7,825 human beings were kidnapped across Nigeria. 1,713 people kidnapped and kidnap-related incidents. That is the incidents and kidnap. So 1,713 kidnap and kidnap-related incidents. And then a 66% increase in victims from the previous cycle, that at least 1,142 people were killed over these issues. Now, SBM Intelligence don't raise alarm over how lucrative this kidnapping industry don't they go for Nigeria and why it should be a source for worry for everyone. Let's see if Dr. Katch can now hear us. Dr. Katch, good evening and thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome. Thank you. It's good to hear your voice. Yes, I can hear you now. It's very, very good to hear your voice. So, Dr. Katch, before we go to the issue of insecurity, this issue about a likely compromise on the INEC website, what is going on? We're even yet to get a clear explanation of what transpired during the 2023 election. What caused that glitch? And now we see some funny things that come up for inside INEC website. Nigerians are raising the alarm. People are getting worried. And as people begin raise the alarm, those things and when they see don't begin to disappear one by one. That means I don't know, but let me take your thoughts on it, sir.
Well, it is necessary that we should troubleshoot the system to be sure that the system works well. Whatever it is that they have, if it's a glitch or a problem, we should consider the INEC server an instrument of national security, importance at the highest order. And if that is true, I think we should also have a check to interrogate that the people who manned the server in the last election and brought about the glitch or whatever it was called are removed, and a brand new set of people that can be trusted. So let the current problem not be an arrangement to simply tell us that the server is challenged, as it was said to become challenged in the previous elections. We have done the Oshun election. The server has worked very well. There have been questions as to why the uploading of results stopped.
I was going to say that did it work very well? So if it worked very well, why did the upload stop? Why has INEC not thought it fit to explain to Nigerians why they stopped uploading for almost 5 hours or more than that?
Exactly. After the uploading passed 80%, the uploading stopped. And that was when the panic set in. That was when Davido started doing what he was doing, for which he said some senior citizens.
Well, the presidency don't tell us safe to say that Rwanda in the for no duam.
Well, whatever it is, we just pray whatever problems there are with the server are cured. The company that provides the hosting for the server, Amazon Web Services, should be asked to do a maintenance and do a troubleshooting session to be sure that the server is optimally up to date. Since the server and what it does are not considered issues of very, very important national security concerns. So I think the INEC server is a strategic national security equipment and should be treated with such care and also recognition that this is an equipment of exceptional importance to Nigeria's national security. So I think.
Okay, so but sir, what's in Nigerians supposed to do at this point concerning say till now? Two important clarifications why INEC supposed to make for us they never make. Till now, we'll never still understand what's be the nature of the glitch will happen for 2023. Explaining in details, convincingly so to Nigerians. And till now, we never hear why EB said and stopped the upload of results for inside Ocean State. And it doesn't look like INEC is willing to make all of this explanation to Nigerians. So with all of this one where they happen now, and Nigerians don't raise alarm, they fear. Sir, what's an ordinary Nigerians supposed to do? How are they supposed to prepare themselves in case whatever happened in 2023 or worse technical issue repeats itself during 2027 election?
I think what they should do is to be up and doing an alert as they were during the Osun State governorship election. We have seen that Osun State governorship election and the alertness exhibited by citizens was very similar to what we have seen severally in Kano State. And that's why I think Nigerians should emulate what they see in Osun State and what has been very, very long time a standard in Kano State. If the citizens do not show that they are serious about protecting their votes and they are serious about maintaining the integrity of the elections, then we could just as well kiss our democracy goodbye. So far, the Osun State elections, we can say yes, despite the hiccup, it was well handled. And because it was well handled, we believe that the same efficiency that saw INEC perform creditably well despite the stopgap period after uploading of over 80% of the results. We pray whatever it is, if it's a glitch or a human arrangement, that we wipe that out going forward. Nigerian elections are very, very important, and we should take that very much so. If the elections are good, then you're likely to have the citizens, you know, accept the people that they voted for to have been returned as voted. But if they're not free and fair, that will start problems that could get the country and the citizens to run into crisis. It's a big problem when the people you vote for are not the people that suddenly turn up. Let citizens vote and support their vote and protect their vote and learn everything that was done in Osun, replicate it. That way, the democracy will be seen to be working effectively.
All right, sir, because people are really, really afraid, but I'm sure that the right thing will be done. But let's move on quickly because the night is fast spent. So, sir, the presidential candidate of Social Democratic Party SDP, Adebayo or Adewale, he don't accuse the Bola Tinubu administration of lacking the political will to effectively fight terrorism. He talks, say, individuals where they connected to the insecurity inside the country. That's people with their hand there for this insecurity what they happen right now. Say they occupy influential positions within Nigerian governments and the all ruling All Progressives Congress. And say most of them they either finance the terror or they be the terrorists themselves. And they run for inside Tinubu government. So now waiting make the government not get the political will to use tackle corruption. Sir, this one a very serious accusation, sir. How can person make this kind of a presidential candidate? Sir?
Yes. That problem, it has been there, and we, the Nigerians, know we've had that problem.
In fact, he categorically mentioned Abdulaziz Yari, the campaign council DG of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So this is a serious accusation, no?
Yes, the issues about Abdulaziz Yari has to do with his business. And people say that in mining businesses, as it is in Zamfara, that sometimes militiamen are paid by the mining companies for them to maintain absolute control within the vicinity of the mining operations. And yes, such things exist. I think that probably will now make Senator Yari to understand that the eyes of the public, and of course, in pursuit of that, the eyes of the international community are on him. Let him do his job. He's been appointed. And but then the issues being raised by Mr. Adebayo are that Mr. Yari is known to own a mining operation, and the story about all over the place is that those involved in mining operations are also in the ring of those who hire militias to keep the operations people free, and of course to keep away other scavengers or even in local indigenous people. I hope now that Senator Yari is working with government, that he will also know that there are limits to the illegal things that you can allow to happen around your business. He now knows that the appointment of his person as the Director General of the Campaign Council simply means if anything goes wrong in his area of private business, that could be amplified to undermine the integrity of the campaign team. He will know, I believe, to guard against this kind of occurrences. Apart from that, there is nothing wrong in a businessman, in this case, Senator Yari, being in business and also being the head of a campaign team. There's nothing wrong in that.
Say, this campaign council thing, where did they talk about a lot of complaint, don't they? From Olejeme case to Better Edu being in the Better Edu team now, they send an investigation, they make she sit down for corner, made the investigate to. Till now, they never tell us the outcome of the investigation. No, she done the campaign council. Olejeme will know the case. Darie and the other brother. These some people will be say court convict. Gongo. So now this one not don't they happen again. And I specifically see this INEC problem, what would they get now for inside the website? You know, say people see they talk something about they want particular person where they've been sacked during election, will be the person where they had ICT, come put another person, and the person where they there and when the glitch happen, still they till now. All those ones that gossip. So all of this gossip and all of these incidences where they happen with the people where the people they accuse say they get questionable character. We still there for inside this campaign council. It shows not be source for worry on waiting will be the likelihood of the outcome of the election. Because you know, can be like, say, sir.
I think we're making too much of their choice of persons to make up the campaign council. I believe every political party has the right to select who they want into their campaign council. It's a private affair. If, however, the people appointed are people that are known to have run foul of the law, that is only left for citizens to now interrogate that. And I believe politicians listen when such matters of grave concern do occur. It's also possible that these people are people who are being alleged, accused by one agency or the other. I believe our laws allow accused persons from allegations to continue to live their regular, normal life as citizens until the courts put a definite story on what those people should do. Since their case is in a court of law, I would want to allow them to enjoy their days in court and not interject, because it is only the government and its agencies that know the extent of things that is demanded by the government and the authorities responsible for bringing prosecutions. I think the people who should care most about this are the institutions of government so established to check these things when they occur in excesses. We have the EFCC that probably charge them all. And if you don't like their face on campaign trails, you can, I think Nigerians are free to make reports to who they want, which I believe will not be in order, because the persons are only alleged to have committed offense. They are accused persons. They are not convicted persons. So there is no law that says accused persons under Nigerian law should not go about living their normal life. They will only see.
Would they talk about Dario? The people where them be done, should be not convict, they can't grant them.
That is true. You talk about Dario, who knows? The party might think that the amount of sociological IOUs that he brings, because they still have some reputational currency, no matter how we complain about what they have been involved in. You know very well, like I do, that the Nigerian system does not mind taking advantage and gift from a convicted person. So such persons are presumed by law to be innocent until the closure of their cases, and if they are found guilty, the judges will then provide sentencing. Apart from that, apart from speaking about the moral issues around such a behavior, the law allows them to continue to be members of society. The law allows them to continue to participate actively in society. And since such mercies and privileges are allowed under the law, I will leave it at that.
So the opposition don't talk say then get till August 31st, which is on Sunday, to get a formidable opposition to fight President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And of course, when they talk about the G100 organizers, don't talk say by Monday 31st, then go come to a consensus on how they go fit choose a formidable opposition to fit his fight President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How you take see this one, sir? You think say Atiku Abubakar go step down for P2B, or P2B go just say, my oga, say na you be chairman, make I let you run, make I come out my ambition. How this one will take up? Because if you like saying that too, with the look of things, that just those two people, that be the problem. I mean, aside Shawari, because the body language of the Donald Duke be like saying they willing to align with an opposition, but every other person, sir,
every presidential candidate feels the beat from their followers, and before a presidential candidate wants to do an alliance with another person, it has to weigh the mindset and thoughts from its followership. So I think at the end of the day, the idea of merging with anybody, candidates don't do that on their own. They consult extensively. We are now talking about some people stepping down. 3 days ago, I read the statement issued by the former head of state, General Abdul Salam Abubakar, telling Atiku that Abubakar, is in his 80s, and Abubakar is a year older than him, telling him that what they should be doing at this age, including the president, is to groom younger people and become pathfinders for the younger people. But of course, you know what Nigeria is. Every man that has resources to spend will want to spend this resource on himself. So we have spoken times without number about the inordinate ambitions that drives Atiku to want to run at every election, to want to undermine the unwritten gentleman agreement between the North and the South. Atiku is one that started the MPDP caucus. He used that caucus to break away from the party and went on to create, alongside other politicians, the APC. Since then, he had voted out of the APC. His other people who didn't vote out, like Aero 5, they've been arrested. And of course, Sheikh Malami has also tested the very hot part of the iron. So I don't really see anything that's new that's going on. Yes, there are a lot of bad eggs in the field. It is left for the campaign councils to either decide to take along with them on the campaign trail these faces that have been disgraced in public due to their anti-social behavior.
Okay, so let's look at the elections. Dr. Katch, say I never really asked you this question before, but I know say a lot of people expect to get your feedback on this. What will be the chances of your candidate for the 2027 election? How you think say Nigerians will use votes for 2027? How they go take vote for Peter Obi? How they go take vote for President Tinubu, how they go take vote for Atiku Abubakar? Which geopolitical zones do you think say go vote for each of these candidates the most from your own calculation? And you think say your candidates get a lot of chances? Reason I ask this question. Now during the bar association, sir. Okay, sir. I want to say during the Nigerian Bar Association, you don't want to project.
I do not want to pretend that I'm a soothsayer, but all I can tell you and those watching is that the campaigns have just opened. Let us see how Nigerians are able to perceive the different candidates. The different candidates are expected to go into there and campaign, sell their programs to the population. We will then start to see the reaction from the people. That is when you'll be very correct to ask these questions. Let's not be presumptuous. Okay, once the people have gone to start speaking to the crowd, we have the experience that is required for us to discern. So I think we shouldn't put the cart before the horse. Allow the candidates to go to the field. Let us see how many candidates will go to the field. So it is wrong to try to become presumptuous, despite my optimism in regard to my preference and, of course, our prayers for Nigeria. What I will say is, now that the whistle has been blown, let us see how the candidates get into the field. It is the public reception of each of these candidates that gives every one of their followers the hope and, of course, the thoughts that could sometimes drive people to drown themselves in joy or find one or two places where corrections can be made so that the offering which they have put before the public will be accepted. So in regard to that, I will tell you it is very early to start gauging. Let us see how many people will come out. Let us see amongst those who come out, those who will be able to speak to the general population and thereby sell their programs. So let it be that. If you start asking me and I start talking as an optimistic parrot, that's not anything. Let the candidates get to the field. When they get to the field, we'll just show you. Just like the last time. You know, we did a lot of things, begged a lot of people, but the minute we were settled, the candidates got on the field. And you saw the organic embrace of that candidature. That's why we're having this conversation. So Abdul Salami Abubakar have said what he said. He was trying to get Atiku to stand down. He also told Atiku, he also told President Tinubu that the age makes it impossible for an old man to do a lot of the things that are demanded by the office of president. Well, we have heard General Abubakar. Let us watch how these people go on. Let us watch how it shall be done this time.
I leave you. So basically, make I remind you this question for December or November. Make I leave them for now.
Which question?
This particular question, since you say Moko allow them enter field first, make them do campaign first. So make I remind you this question around December. By that time, campaign don't go far. Where?
Exactly, because this is exactly what we said during the last campaign. When Chief Emmanuel Iwanyang of blessed memory called a meeting at Rockview Hotel, and he said, we, members of Ohaneze Ndibo Imobi Elders Council, we must decide and we must go on and endorse somebody. And that I remember that meeting, Senator Ume, myself, Zozujuku, and from the high table too, Chief Nwodo supported us. We said, no, you don't need to endorse anybody now. Now that you have three wrestlers and people are clapping for all the three. Allow them to get to the field. And when they start playing their game, we would then come back in 3 months to come and say, this guy is strong, this guy has prospect. So you cannot say you are counting anybody out until you see the reaction of the crowd, in this case, the voters, to their presentations of their programs to the people of Nigeria. I think this is the way it should be judged. The minute, because there are a lot of people who are running not to win. Some are running to simply advertise presence. You know that. So I don't want to say this will do that, that will do that. Let the campaigns begin. When campaigns come, it's very exciting season, exciting time. Then the candidates will go out there and start doing their things. Then when we now see how the crowd responds, we'll start talking. We'll start pointing hands. Because that day when we got to the hotel, and it was as if, let's do hush hush, let us endorse PDP. Most of these elders said, no, don't do it. Allow the 3-horse race to progress, and when we return from Christmas, we can then say this is who we will endorse. And as we allowed that, it was beautiful. The atmosphere across Nigeria was electrified, and then we knew that our own preferred candidate has a prospect of winning. Of course, he went on, and the exit polls from all military cantonments showed that he was in the lead. And what happened? The ruling party made their abracadabra and said there was a glitch. And that's why I told you the particular engineer, the head of the ICT who talked about that glitch, is still at the ICT department of INEC.
But why the opposition never do anything about them? They know they talk about them.
Maybe the opposition were distracted. But I'm telling you this now because I got this tip from people who work inside INEC. And I thank them. It just shows you that Nigerians want a better country. But of course, politicians mess up the process with that. So those who want a better country have now called, and this is how we work. They call to give us information. They call, but you then have a network of informants who tell me what goes on in several offices, and I use that to feed the campaign of those vital intelligence stories that helps us to adjust ourselves, that helps us to plan properly, and that helps us to do things that will take us towards a win. That's how it is.
If the person will be the head of the ICT, we been dead there, would then be say then should be then transfer another person, replace them. Then transfer another person, replace them during that 2023 election.
Yes,
and under your own watch, now the glitch happened. So this person still did there, and the glitch happened under him, and we never still get any real reason why this glitch happened. And this person still did there till now. Likely now go conduct the 2027 election. Which kind danger will it go cause any danger? Waiting be the thing when Nigerians then go expect for the coming election and from INEC.
When the warning came from people at INEC, we took it seriously. They said, no matter what you do, that guy who was mastering the server, when the glitch occurred, that guy is still there. So it is now left for the opposition to do everything they should do to make sure that something happens in preparation for clean, transparent elections from the ICT department of INEC. And I believe we will work towards that to bring that noise to the ears of the authorities for them to allow for a level playing field.
Dr. Katch, can you hear us? We're losing you. This matter is important and we want to hear you.
I can hear
Dr.
you.
Katch, if you can help us rewind what you said before. We will not hear you where your network don't go bad.
Okay, what I said before
Can you hear us,
I
sir?
said, yes, I can hear you if you can hear me. Okay? Can you hear me? My village people, have they come yet? Can you hear me? This is not fair now. If you can't hear me, it's unfair. Let me recalibrate.
Dr. Katch, are you there? Can you hear me? Oh my goodness. Dr. Katch, are you there, sir? Can you hear me? Oh, oh goodness me. Okay, so I don't even see Dr. Katch anymore. Sincere apologies. I don't understand what's going on. Sincere apologies. Oh, goodness me. Sincere apologies. Please do bear with us. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. I don't know if I am still even there at all because I don't understand what is going on. There's constant glitches. God help us. All right. So, whilst we wait for Dr. Katch to rejoin us, so we can, because it's very important that we speak on this conversation. Make we just go visit some things we be saying. Okay, let's see. I think Dr. Katch has rejoined me. Dr. Katch, are you there, sir? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now. If you
Our
can
village
hear me.
people know how make we talk this particular conversation. Village people know how make we talk am. So I won't make
They
you
have
rewind
failed.
them again, not vex. Because for no reason, the network decide to just disappear for this conversation. Gongo, I beg. You say what's happen to person when they work for ICT and waiting people go expect for inside this election with this kind of wahala. Beg, no vex, sir.
Well, it is a consequence of Nigerians who work at INEC seeking a better country. They have brought us intelligence that the person who was working at the server when they reported glitch is still there. So we simply have to make the best we can with information, and we're doing something. We're doing something very serious. So I think we would demand that he leaves the same way they removed Mr. Chuka and then brought him, and then only for him to come there and start creating glitches. That's what the opposition thinks.
Okay, sir. All right, sir. So before you continue, I be want to make I ask you whether on a restructuring plan, how far is it they move forward? Or
Yes,
for
it is.
now, the thing don't stop
It is
small.
moving forward. We have had the first phase, and I've had a lot of meetings, and all I can say is we have done the first phase, and we will now go into the second phase and other parts of it. The restructuring plan is moving ahead.
Okay, sir. So I'd like you to respond to a few things based on what people don't they talk about for inside the country. One, I go play you an interview we happened this morning for Rice Television. And beyond the drama and everything, I like make you speak to that conversation as to how it affects the moral fabrics of our country. I beg, just listen to,
in the last
waiting
4
play
years
for,
has not
for Arise Television, and this drama happened today, and make you watch it.
has not exactly been pleasant.
No, I
No
think
matter
2
what
days ago.
anybody will tell you about in the last 4 years has not exactly been pleasant. No matter what anybody will tell you about micro statistics and so on.
Professor, why is it so difficult
Yes, please.
for any candidate to present their results and their certificate from primary school to university and like they claim they have it? Why is it so difficult? Why is it that we've had candidates that the result they presented many years ago, the school they listed many years ago, is no more commensurate with today? Why is it so difficult? And these people want to lead other people. And these people claim they did well in school. Why is it so difficult for them to present any legal paper that show their history in another country of the world as a personal dedication to the Nigerian people they want to lead? Why is it so difficult? It's not about the results. It's not about the certificate. It's about the honesty to present it forward. That's what we are asking here. Why is it so difficult? Because see, that is more critical than any national debate on subsidy or anything you want to have. If somebody that want to lead a nation can present his past, his history without a prompting, he goes to court to defend the releasing of his past and history. And we say we have a country. What kind of country do we have there? We don't have a country. We have a joke. Why is it difficult, sir? That's the question here.
Like I said, yeah, let me answer you as best as I can. Obviously, your question is best directed at the candidate, but as an ordinary citizen, I will tell you why is it difficult. It's difficult because of the nature of politics we prepare, we play. That's number one. Number two is all about the leadership selection process, that all kinds of people can come in and aspire for the highest leadership. Dr. Abati talked about China. China, by the time you get to that point, everything is known about you. There is nothing to hide. You are filtered through the process, through the selection process. We don't have it here. Our politics and many other things about us are always flexible. You can bend things. It's all about us. It's all about me. And if you look at the country and what is going on, no institution is going straight. You can ask similar questions about the judiciary. So many people have filtered through the process with fake, let me say, credentials in general. Why is it difficult? Because that is the politics we play. That is the nature of the leadership process. I'm not saying it's right. It's totally wrong, and we're not getting it right. But the point is, if you go through all the national institutions, all our processes, you will find this from the household to the top, that we simply plan against ourselves. We are simply flexible in our demands for accountability. Things are so dynamic that we can change. There are no standards, and there are no standards because we do not demand standards.
Okay, Prof.
So anybody can come and present things.
Prof,
Yeah.
one quick question for you, and very brief answer. And I go back to the question I asked earlier.
Yes.
There is nowhere in the Constitution of Nigeria, Section 318, the interpretation section of Section 131, says that the President of Nigeria or anybody else, you don't need to have more than school set or is equivalent. What the Constitution asks for is a substantive evidence that you even tried to go to school. It does not ask for documentary evidence. If the President, APC candidate, says, okay, I have a degree, there's nowhere in the Constitution where he is compelled to provide primary school evidence or secondary school evidence. So how do you go around that? People saying we must see the documentary evidence. The Constitution does not ask for documentary evidence. Can we import into the Constitution what it does not ask for?
Is there any place that somebody that presented a document in 1999 can change the document in 2026?
Very briefly, sir.
Is there any way
Very briefly,
that the Constitution
please.
says that, sir?
Very briefly, sir.
The Constitution is supreme.
1999 document, you
It's
change
only
it
what it's
today.
asked for.
All right, let's
Is there
allow
any way-
Professor
is there any
Baba
way you
answer
can-
the
Professor,
question.
answer that
Professor, please,
too.
very briefly, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, no, the certificate is not as important as the story itself. It has to be straight, it has to be
Thank you,
consistent.
Prof.
If it is not, there is a problem.
Thank you.
If
Very
it's not
you, Prof.
consistent,
All right.
there is a problem.
Thank you so
You
much.
hear
Okay,
that
thank
way
you.
talking
Thank you,
So
Prof. Thank
again,
you.
just to
certificate, whether primary or secondary or anyone, no, they as important as the consistency of the individual. Say, if they consistent, then there is a problem. And it can't compare us to China. Say to say na China. Some of the candidates then for not even make come to the top process at all because they go don't screen them out because of the process. Say our institutions, they allow too much flexibility, garbage in garbage, any kind of thing go fit happen in no matter. This can't be like a situation where the Bible talks, shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Sir, as this kind of things and they go on, how it feels, say, would they talk this kind of thing on top of our national television and international community, they watch us. And they use the same yardstick, they judge every Nigerian. The ones who bad pass, the ones who good pass, the ones who ugly, the ones who be innocent. Waiting, I don't know, let me take a reaction. I feel pain because I know so many innocent Nigerians don't suffer bad mouths and vindictiveness for where they're not supposed to suffer because of the activities of people where they don't even know where be their leaders. But let you respond to that, sir.
Well, I think this bad, reckless issues have been going on for a very long time. What you describe is the reason that we're preaching that Nigerians should wake up from their docility and challenge those who seek to undermine our elections. So for me, it doesn't make sense to cry because it's there. It does exist and it's there. So we have to learn from what happened in Ekiti, because if you keep doing the same thing almost the same way, you're not going to get a different result. So we've been playing docility every time, and the politicians have messed us up. So let us take the Oshun example as the strategy for survival. And once we do that, the sky will be the limit in terms of us having our votes. The people that we seek to give our votes, that they are the ones who get it, and when they get it, they'll act positively in advantage towards our purposes.
Okay. I get plenty questions who I want to ask, but it be like say I go still leave them because this is not about this administration, sir. This is just about waiting with the let happen for inside Nigeria. If you want get work now for civil service, the basic criteria to enter civil service now say you go be graduates. Then go ask you for your certificate. Then go ask you for your NYC discharge certificate or or the certificate or what do they call it, exemption certificate. They go ask you for different things. They go even set up panel the way BC go come, screen on the papers, view original copies. Then the highest position for our country, they say na attempted school SAT. That is, you don't even need to show the school SAT. You go attempt them. So what we speak about the seriousness of our constitutional requirements for the most serious position for the country.
It is wrong for us Nigerians to to just presume that things will get well simply because we want it to get well. That's not true. We have to get up from our seats and throw docility into the ocean. If we don't do it, me and you will keep going on this question. We need to summon that courage and go all out, organize with other people with like minds, and then force these good things that we seek. If we do not get up to do it, my dear, nobody will do it for us. And that's what people like me have been preaching. If you don't behave like the Oshun people, you will have yourself to blame. It is not too late for us to learn what happened in Oshun or how Kwankwaso has been rallying his people. So I think Obi is also running their persons, and other candidates are running their persons. And so all I can say is docility kills nations, docility kills elections. So me and you are praying now for a better country. The way to do is to be awake. To be awake.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Because this now some of the matter them way BC we did look at, and we feel say if we go fit the correct our children them, the young ones them, and would allow this kind of things to happen now, which moral standing we get to use tell our children, leave Yahoo Yahoo, no do this one, no do that one, no do we go fit they really correct them, and which kind of society will they bridge? Very importantly, again, waiting a bit would they teach the world? How would they teach them to use, accept us, and use look at us? Now, waiting make that matter they important to me. Not vex say I see they talk about them. So now waiting make I say make I talk to you about them.
Talk to me about what?
About this whole matter now, we get to do with morality for our country. I'm not talking as certificates. Morality.
There is no morality.
The value where we get, the value with the place, the system we will put in place, and how would they let our system, work when they hold us accountable. Now, waiting a bit of one pass to our unborn generation, can any country survive with this kind of system? Where would they breed? Now, the question be that.
The right to ask this question is to mobilize citizens, no matter how much they are in small numbers, mobilize those people to be election aware. Once they are aware, it's easy to go anywhere to catch these people who perpetrate this evil. Nigerians are now saying that they are noticing a trend where illiterates will hire professors for the professors to go and rig elections for them.
Hey,
it is happening today. It's widespread. We're seeing it. What have we been able to do? Nothing. So, docility is the thing that kills nations. We now have example of Yugoslavia, as they went, Serbs went their own, and we know what happened in Montenegro. And now we have come to another period when a lot of them who were with us are now feeling very vulnerable. So we have the Yugoslavia model to look at. There's nothing big. The Yugoslavia model, the European model, we use that to set for ourselves a brand new country. So now that you see President Tinubu nudge people on, allowing for the Constitutional Conference on Restructuring to hold, citizens should wake up, and the rest will be history. But nothing is going to change if we remain docile. We must be interested in politics around us. Vigilance, that's the only way to build a better society.
All right, thank you, sir. So talking about being vigilant and the things we need to do, even like say we get the youngest presidential candidates, we did very hopeful saying will be the youngest president of Nigeria. Not go watch him again for Inside the Rise.
Do you have a PhD or you are hang on a minute, or you are a PhD in view? Because I thought you said you're a PhD in view in Harvard. So that means you are not a doctor.
Yes,
so you are not a doctor. So you are not Dr. Adebisi. You are just Moses Adebisi.
Yes, I have honorary doctorate degree, from
Dr. Adebisi. Dr. Adebisi. Dr. Adebisi, hang on a minute, let me finish.
Go ahead.
I have an honorary doctorate degree, but I don't bundle it around. So you are not a doctor. That's just it. So let's put that up because we need to know our candidates well. Tell us.
I am Moses Adebisi.
Yeah, Moses Adebisi. So you are not a doctor. That
I am
aside.
Moses Adebisi.
Moses Adebisi.
And many of you even call me Bishop, anyways.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's fine. But it doesn't mean you are a bishop,
Okay, good.
really.
No, he's ordained.
Oh, you're an ordained bishop, okay.
He's an ordained prophet.
Okay, an ordained prophet, good. Okay, so let me just go straight ahead. Why did you drop out of University of Ife? And tell us your academic journey from primary school to all the schools you visited in your life. 1 minute, please.
Beautiful. I'm from Gbogon, Osun State, Nigeria. Gbogon, Osun State. So I have my primary school at the DC Primary School, Okeofa, in Gbogon, Osun State, right there. I went to the Olufi High School, Gbogon as well, for the junior secondary school. And then the senior secondary school at the Hayodele Citadel College, Uluwada, is the same Gbogon there. And then I wrote WAHEC, when we're meant to write the WAHEC at the Whole Person Academy right here in the FCT. Now, what we have that time is called pre-degree. If you do an applications to enter the OAU and maybe admission was not given, there was an opportunity for pre-degree at Moro. The place is called Moro in Osun State, Gbogon. So that was where I came in through to Moro as a pre-degree. So after the course, if you pass, then you move on to the 200 level in OAU, Obafemi Awolowo University. So it's actually like it's like a proper a pre-degree. You know what pre-degree is anyway. So that was what I did at the Moro in Osun State, Nigeria. And as of the time that I was supposed to move up to OAU, there was no finance, and that was the reason I left Oluwada Moro, because it's Oluwada Moro, not too far from each other. That was the reason I left the Moro now to come to Abuja as of 2012 officially. So from there,
can we clarify something? I just want to get this right. You never went to OAU.
Okay.
If it was pre-degree, you did,
Okay.
and after you finished pre-degree, you didn't have the money to enter OAU. You never went to OAU. Pre-degree does not mean that you're in that school already. There's a difference between pre-degree and that school. So whoever wrote you dropped out of OAU in your biography should remove it. So where did you go to do your BSc now?
Very briefly, just one sentence.
ISGT,
Just
so that
one
we get your
sentence.
credentials right. Yeah.
And sorry, Mr. Adebisi, while you're answering answering that, do you have the support of Governor Adeleke since your structures helped him to win the elections? Just as you answer that, yes or no? Since your structures helped, is it supporting you?
I have the support of the people that I am leading, that I told them to go ahead and support him. Okay, I have the support of them. Some of them has even come to Abuja here to visit me, on this assignment.
Okay.
Your university name, last one.
So the university you now went to for your first degree.
Okay, So now, for the first degree, so I now came to Abuja here, to the GDLI in Abuja. I did international.
Just the name, please. Just the name. We need to go. So sorry, we're out of time, and just the name of the university, just for verification purposes.
So GDLI, then IIC, University of Technology, Cambodia, then. We keep progressing from there like that till I did my admissions to Harvard University in America.
Is where
Brilliant.
The sheep and the chariot
about
of
why
the
he's the best candidate for
oppressors is
2027.
about to sink in this country. As these days, Moses, as people usually call me, is the only person that have the capacity.
People will judge, and we can take it from there.
So what did you say, sir?
Those rhetorics are for his ear. He should go to the people and tell the people why he's the best candidate. And the people accept him, that's fine. But you see, what I have noticed in this election cycle is even before the campaign whistles are blown, major candidates have already been traversing the country, campaigning, organizing, getting those who will come to understand like him, getting them talked to. So I think there's nothing wrong. The man has come here. I was just trying to check his party. I wish him well. It's a good thing for young people to get in the process. He needs a strong party. He needs organization. And of course, above all, you need money if you're actually interested in.
So Dr. Katch, you know why I raised this conversation. I mean, we're looking forward to youths, people who are younger, to take over the helm of affairs. Because to talk, say the people then where they are the old people, people who don't know things. Some people like already talk and say all of them don't occupy position before, then the old people. What's your opinion about this set of young people? Like people like this now. It also say if he's about 35 years old and he's likely to be the youngest president the country has ever had if he's elected. How you take Siam, sir?
It's a good thing. Young people should develop interest in politics. I like it. The more the merrier. This is the generation that I think can get it right. So let him come in. Let him get used to politics. Let him campaign. It's like you begin to see them as a role model. Let them do that which they must do to sell themselves to regular members of society. I think that's what you need to win elections. Not thinking of going to rig. Just be fair.
All right, sir. All right, sir. Very quickly, I get another question to ask you concerning insecurity because today we will launch in security outfits and people they talk about them. People did say that is it any different from what Nnamdi Kanu did with the ESN? Why didn't go allow Igbo launch your own security outfits? And did he celebrate them? I mean, almost all mainstream media talk about the story today, and that's the launch of his security outfits.
Discipline. Yes, if we can't come out, want to train me, ID card. Federal government, my young Thomas, if we want training, governors of Tomaco, wants to train. Tomatin party training, local government, from ID card. Governor, there's no money by. One of the most of Mama Fua, Musosu. Some of his support, but I near Alomo. Ìkẹta dálẹ̀ tábà ṣe dáadáa àwọn civil defence ọmọ ọjà náà tó máa ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo defence la máa ń pè wọ́n bàbá tó ṣe dáadáa tó máa tó ń ṣe ó bí láì federal wọ́n ti wá gbogbo Nigerians tábà ṣe dáadáa àti ní àwọn ọmọ nígbàdà àníwọlẹ́dó.
Go ahead, sir. So what's in the difference? I mean, you see how highly it's celebrated. What is the difference between this and ESN, sir? If we may speak, I don't know, maybe you would have a better understanding. Because that's my question when Nigerians, they ask.
The difference is clear.
Okay,
Sunday Igboho is somebody acceptable to the president. That's what it is. If you're acceptable to the president, you can do these things. If you're not acceptable to the president, they will not let you organize. So I think Sunday Igboho seems to have touched a chord in the particular vein of the administration, and they want it. Because one of the best ways to also calm down the militia warlords is to let them be free. Once you allow them to be free, within an organized society, they are sure likely to behave in line with the law. But when they start misbehaving, taking the laws into their hands and doing things that are not agreed to, that's when you see the law and order agencies come in.
So, sir, if we look at the mandate of these insecurity outfits, their mandates now to make sure that they protect the Yoruba forest. So because of all the kidnappings they happened recently, was that not what ESN was trying to do? That they said they were protecting the eastern forests from infiltration of all of this kind of things. So Naimeka, they ask you, say, what's the difference in terms of their mandate or the reason we make them?
The difference is very clear. You could have a vision in your mind, but you also need people who own reputational currency to be able to speak on your behalf when you're not there. That's the difference. So Sunday Igboho now has people who have now spent their reputational currency to make the case for him. And based on that, the government has allowed him. So this is where it is. The government can decide to accept one person and then don't accept the other person. They have their ways. They have their criteria for accepting people as friends. But of course, we know how Nigeria is. A lot of things can actually be achieved peacefully. It's not everything that we will need to do Sunday Igboho or Nnamdi or people like Shekau. Nigerians can live peacefully in one country, and of course, they would pray and wish that the government protects their rights and property. That's the law.
All right, sir. So Nigerians, make I let Nigerians also don't open phone lines so that we'll go release you quick because I get one more question for you. Phone lines are open, Nigerians. Click on the link on the pin post to bring you straight into the studio. You call WhatsApp numbers 0808-675-9679, 0808-675-9679, or 0817-029-4077, 0817-029-4077. So Dr. Katch, sir, I say make I tell you some things when they happen for inside the country. You know, say you say now for number 16 Head Your Hammer Street, now they born you. My two Diobu Port Harcourt.
Yes, for Zion Maternity.
Yes, because in Head Your Hammer Streets, now next to a Beljumbo. I remember saying that year Beljumbo na Mama Church then place that day. Because after Head Your Hammer Street, you get to a Beljumbo Street. I mean, so I say make I tell you, say the things the way they happen for inside this country. And the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs come out yesterday, come tell us, say they don't give 25,000 naira to about 10 million to about 15 million households. Then give them 25,000 naira each. And the country say 25,000 naira mean a lot to people them way be say they hungry. And the country saying all they don't spend about 600 billion naira to use help people. In fact, then talk say a lot of people they don't raise them from poverty. For inside this administration, even though the statistics they show say people they deep neck more into poverty for inside this administration. I say make I ask you for Diobu where they born you, you don't get any call say some guys the way they suffer there, whether they don't become big boys now because of the 25K where they take from government.
No.
You don't, sir. Okay, sir. I
No.
surrender.
I will ask you to, you know, if
Sir?
such things happen, me and you would know. I have not seen anybody that has been given such money. They call it cash transfers. It's not true.
But sir, how they go fee give a whole 15 million Nigerians then? That is about 1%. They're less than 1% of Nigerians.
This is not the first time these things have happened. We also saw these boogeyman stories during the Buhari.
You said a boogeyman stories. Oh, chim.
We saw these boogeyman stories during the Buhari administration. So it is not new. Don't forget, Osibanjo got into trouble for this. It was called trader money. He claimed, and then when they said
we get anchor borrowers. So remember, we get anchor borrowers one too. There
are different schemes that were used to steal money. They will say they are giving people money, and when we ask the people have nothing to show. It's all what they call audio money. Audio, yes, that's what it is.
Hey,
go and find whether you've seen anybody who got this money. I don't know anybody. Nobody in Diobu got it. Maybe the money went into the pocket of the people who are supposed to execute it, and it's a problem.
You know why I've been used Diobu give you example. You know, say they are the poor of the poorest for River States or Port Harcourt, and then they stay that area. So now make I use Diobu give you example now. So if person for Diobu never get that, who won't get that?
That's wrong. The poorest and the poorest don't stay in Diobu. The poorest of the poorest stay in watersides. So
Diobu waterside now they talk now. Diobu waterside.
No, Diobu doesn't have waterside anymore.
Anymore, but they did.
Amici cleaned up Diobu waterside because the waterside became a problem. some people will go and stay in the water side, and when you ask, they won't. So because of such things, Governor Mechi cleaned up all the water sites in Diobu up to Abonima Wharf. So what I'm telling you now, if you want to see water sites, you want to see poor people, you need to go to the other side of town where the water sites were not touched. That's where you ask, who are these poor people? And they exist. I saw them last month when I drove through Niger streets, and I went to the very, very end of those streets there. I parked the car, I got out, and I walked into the poor areas of that community, and the squalor is still there, very plentiful. So I would say Diop does no more have those costs, because the communities within those water sites all along Iloabuchi was cleaned out. And that's what I think makes sense. They cleaned them out. This way, you will not find them. Where you now go to is, if you go to town, the water sites around town, you will see poor people there. That's the problem that we have. So
Thank you, sir. So the bottom line is whether we have the water side in Job or not, but you've never heard of anybody, even in the village, you never hear anybody will collect this money like this.
Not have. Maybe
this
look, I've told you this is audio money. It's audio money. It's possible some people got, but I didn't hear it. But I'm telling you from my own experiences, I have not seen anybody that they gave money to. So you're not going to argue because you've seen this continent before. Remember that woman in the previous government that was given the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs? But you know what she is. Stole the agency blind. So I don't think it would be normal for us to think that the people who are now running that program are as clean as what we wish to be. They're not. They're not.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Ike, you're welcome. BH, you're welcome. Let's let you shoot quickly so that we can release Dr. Katch.
Okay, good evening, Sister Precious. Good evening, Dr. Katch. It's always a delight, coming out to join on Thursdays, because we, in fact, what we get on Thursdays, a book cannot accommodate it. I listened to your interview when they were talking about this regionalization, and I saw the politics inside it, but that's not the topic today, so I don't want to go into it. Another thing, there's something you said when you said we should not bother about who APC calls in their presidential campaign committee. Here, when you are looking for a house, you go into a neighborhood, your neighbor, somebody living in the next compound, might be a reason why you don't want to take a house that might be very beautiful. Because we will be interested in who APC picks because of moral high ground. If APC are picking people that are known, perception is everything. When they say, oh, the person remains innocent until prosecuted or found guilty. Yari, we all know how Yari got his money. Yari manages mines in Zamfara State. Zamfara has a pad where plane lands. Meanwhile, they don't have a passenger airport. But plane lands in Zamfara and takes off on Zamfara from the bush. Yari has mines where they are mining, and he's putting the money in his pocket. And because of those mines, he have terrorists that are guiding those places. Allegedly, yes, but perception, it is no more news. If you live close to those that live in Zamfara, it is not, they won't accept that it's allegedly, because they see it happen. I have watched that plane. I have watched a video of that plane take off from the bush before. I have watched it myself. So If APC is picking such person to head their campaign, we are going to be worried, because those kind of people don't care about whatever name they end up having. That's why we are worried, because they can go to the gutter. They always say don't fight with the pig, because the pig will be very comfortable fighting in the gutter with you, but you that have your clean clothes will not want to go there. So when this fight is between us and the pig, we should be worried, because they will drag us into the mud. It will be a very comfort zone for them, but it's not going to be a comfort zone for us. That's why we are worried. Now, I don't know whether, Sister Precious, I don't know whether you saw this poverty index that was just released. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, where Nigeria moved from 2025 to now from the 44th position to 56.
To 56th position, yes.
Yes, and the government every day will come and throw figures. 600 billion. Does these people know what is on? If you drop 600 billion in this Nigeria, everybody will know. There's no way you will share 600 billion that people will not say, the thing reach my neighbor. I see them when they share them. So for that humanitarian affairs minister or whatever to come and drop those figures, these are marks of, that is see finish. That's what it is. See finish. How could anybody drop that kind of figure? 600 billion. You know what 600 billion is? And then we are going as if nothing has happened. Everybody is going, moving on. Now, Kenneth Okonkwo came out yesterday to say that if Bola Tinubu does not come for debate, that Atiku will also show up. I tell you, it has started. They did peace committee. Atiku didn't come. Tinubu didn't come.
Yes.
See finish. They did NBA. Atiku didn't show up. He sent Rotimi Amechi. And Tinubu self, him and his people didn't come. I bet you they won't come out for debate. And nothing will happen. That's the see finish. We need to work on a final note so that others can talk. Please, Dr. Katch, I have seen that the government of the day will not want opposition to have a billboard anywhere. With all of these figures they are brandishing everywhere. I heard that the posters...
They have been throwing away people's posters,
Yes.
so even in Lagos here.
Posters in Lagos belonging to NDC were all removed by Lassa. Now, please, Dr. Katch, when you meet, let PO concentrate on digital advertising, because it's very obvious that they might be wasting their money paying for billboard because they will hire people to go tear them down. Let them concentrate on digital advertising. That's actually the advertising that has the biggest traction now, because it follows you wherever you go. It's not those days where they want to do super story, everybody will gather around television. Nobody gathers around television again. Do digital. People go out and run 2 kilometers and remember they forgot their phone, they will come back and pick their phone.
But you remember that the real local people you're looking for are also not on social media. So
good. So the social media one, and then radio in the north. And then the biggest one will be physical rallies that they do from city to city. But billboard, they have shut down that road. Let them now advertise only APC on those billboards. There is a billboard I was trying to put my clients on, and as soon as I call them, they say, "Oh, we've acquired it for APC." You understand? That's what you're going to see everywhere. So when the bird learn to fly without perching, the hunter will have to shoot without missing. We have to go on digital for those in the south that are tech savvy, go on radio in the north, but most especially go on campaign and rallies. We are going to rally Nigerians together to vote for our man. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ike. Dr. Katch, would you like to react to that before I take the next person?
Yes, I will just say very simple things. It's not your business who they put on their campaign council. It's not your business. You're not going to change them from doing what you want to do. What you can do, see it and use that to make up your mind and vote them out. You don't have to. If they like the car or the fake bishops, what's your problem? They did it before, you know? he can gather all the fake haze masters. They're working hard. They will pay such money. So I think what we should put our minds to are the things that we, the people, can do. Okay, and what we are plenty. We don't have to start complaining about what they are doing. That means you react to them. They are distracting you. No, they shouldn't. We should be our own thing, just the same. The ocean people did their own thing. So, secondly, what we used in the 20 election was, what's his name? Remember, at the beginning, we didn't have time. We're out of anger. Atiku Abubakar refused to allow zoning. We went on social media. So we have gained traction on social media. And people, I saw the billboards being removed. And somebody talked to me, said, but you know, even though they take these articulated billboards, we can just be using posters. Yes. The difference between billboard and posters, you put posters, they get torn off. You put billboard, the law, the way it is put up, make it safe. But now that the government has said they don't want billboard anywhere in Nigeria except that of their candidate. That's all. You leave them, don't start fighting so they don't break your head. You do your own thing within the provisions of the law. And that. So I think we should be afraid of what other people do when we also have our own strategies to do our thing. Because this is now the period to sell who you want to sell, to also listen to stories or the message that they bring, because a lot of people don't have messages. And that's exactly what I say.
Right, sir. So let me quickly take this call. Mr. PH, just be on the line. I'll bring you in. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Precious.
Sir?
Yeah, my name is Chooks, calling from United Kingdom.
Chooks, you're welcome. Go ahead. Straight on. Straight on.
Yeah, good evening, Dr. Katch.
Good evening,
I'm not too satisfied with the answer you gave to the last question the previous caller, asked. Because if we cannot, talk about people who manage our tax to be involved in a campaign, then we are joking. And this is what worries me about our elders. Because every time what they do is to soften the ground for these people to commit crimes and get away with it. And we are thinking that we're going to get the country back. I remember 2022, leading to 2023 election, some of the concerns you see us share was the exact thing that happened during and after that election. And we are still being told, calm down, look away, it doesn't matter. And the second question I want to ask again is, please, can you elaborate how Igboho's action and then Nnamdi Kanu's action is different? Because I am aware there's nowhere in our constitution that said you can get up and establish militias by yourselves. So if the government is choosing who can do that and who cannot do that, I don't think anybody can come here and justify that it is correct and this is what they should do. So if you can clear Nigerians how those two actions are different. Thank you.
All right, sir.
One, you talked about the answer I gave. I want to repeat that answer. There is nothing me and you can do. All we can do is use the bad examples that they show to work against them. You're not going to tell a man who he wants. If they like, they'll put armed robbers there as their campaign managers. It's not your business. business. What you simply do is the example they have shown to make sure you work against them. But you're not going to stop them from putting who they think is what they need, because there are reasons. There are reasons. You know, the president make appointment, you put only Yorubas using his policy of nepotism as government policy. But now he appointing a appointment. He appoints Northerners, plenty of them, they work for him. He appoint people from other places. This is the man making nepotism an official strike for government. So what exactly do you think we could do? Nothing. That's one. Two, our country is currently under capture. I've said it before. We are talking about currently the consequences of state capture. Tinubu believes he has captured the state. What are you going to do? So he can look at Sunday. Don't forget, this is not the first time Buhari did it. While Buhari was fighting Sunday, Sunday Igboho, also petting and funding the Fulani militias. He would even getting them they can come into the country with guns. They came guns. Buhari consciously removed guns from the hands of legal gun owners. She has came in with guns. So what I'm trying to tell you is these bad things happen in our country. These bad things have not stopped happening in our country. I'm telling you, what can you do to stop them? Since I tell you these are consequences of state capture, that's what they are. What are we going to do? That's why we're working to see if we can get them out. But what can you do? You can't stop them because they are carrying the guns, and they are also the people paying those people who officially carry the guns. You can say that Sunday Igboho, yes, Buhari was pursuing him. What's going on now? Tinubu is allowing Sunday Igboho and his militias to organize openly and do what they want openly. What does that tell you? Tinubu is playing that ethnic card, ethnic game, allow people of my ethnicity to do what they want and get away free. So what are you going to do with him? What can you do? You can do nothing because you're not in power. You can do nothing because you're not the person that gives authorization as to who carries gun and who don't carry gun. Yes, there's nothing me and you can do. So I'm advising you, these are the consequences of state capture. And they have captured the state. I don't care what me and you say. And so what should I tell you? You want me to tell you that we go and fight them? No. You go and fight them, they'll shoot you. That's exactly what Buhari was doing. Buhari shoot people, he will allow his own people to carry guns. Tinubu is continuing where Buhari, that's what he's doing. So didn't he say it? He's not acting upon. All me and you can do is we notice it, and like we're talking about it, we criticize it. What else? I'm not going to tell you to go for him because that probably to mislead you to go and get killed. I will make that mistake. Just like the issue of who they appoint to their campaign. You want to stop him? No, you can't, because they are in power. They do this thing. What should I tell you? Should I tell you to go and kill them? Let's go and arrest. Nah, they're lying. We can't arrest them. The government, the laws, the police will look the other way and allow these things to go on. So what he's told you, he is continuing where Buhari stopped. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. So I'm telling you, these things are going on because these are the consequences of state capture. I'm just advising. This is what I've seen. I think there's nothing we can do than we'll fight to also try to pass election the same way people of Osun State defeated them at election.
Thank you so much. PH, please go ahead with your question quickly so we can retire.
Good morning, Dr. Katch. Good morning, Precious and fellow panelists.
Good morning. Thank you. Welcome, sir.
Dr. Katch, you mentioned something about the INEC, the person that worked with the glitch when the glitch happened.
Yes.
In 2023. If you are privileged to have that information, why don't you alert the media about it? So we can start looking into it by now, before it gets too late.
I alerted the media about it, and I'm alerting us about it. The way me and you are talking about it, other Nigerians will hear, and what they will do, they will do. How many people have done it? You've heard it first from my mouth. So that is this.
I just heard it today from you. This is the first time I'm hearing it. Don't you think? I said this is the first time I'm hearing it from you.
I am sharing it with you because I got it from the grapevine. Somebody told me from INEC, look, the person who was director of ICT that was there for that glitch, the person is still there. And that's why I'm sharing it with you. So the more we share it, we'll go
So
around.
what do Nigerians need to do about it? What do we need to do about it?
I'm not going to tell you. We'll keep complaining about it because they also respond when we expose them for some of the bad things they do. The same thing you saw about election. They prepared to take the election. When citizens were vigilant, they went back. You remember when you were begging Brevido, take down your tweet. He refused and said the tweet will be there. The Americans are watching. The world attention was focused on Osun State, and they just pulled back. You think they're happy to lose the state? No. You think they'll just like to lose the state? No. So don't listen to
Dr. Katch.
Yes, I can hear you.
Does the NDC have any mechanism to stop these hoodlums in Lagos? Because this is practically what they did in 2022. And this is the same thing they're repeating again.
No,
with the NDC posters and all this is happening in Lagos.
We've not gotten there
So
yet.
is there anything NDC is putting in place to stop these guys or to challenge them for what they are doing against the opposition parties?
I will want to believe that there are such strategies in the Lagos state. Don't forget, human beings gain experiences.
Dr. Katch, please, sorry, before you continue, please let me just last couple of weeks, I think last 2 months, we had a meeting with Rose Bible. He mentioned this particular issue that he had some people that's put it in place. That is when he was in ADC.
Who is
the presidential candidate, the Lagos State presidential candidate for NDC now? When P2B was there, the Rose Bible,
who is Rose Bible?
For Lagos State.
I don't know that.
Is the governorship candidate for Lagos State for NDC.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't think you know what you're saying.
Yes, it's one of the candidates. Yes, Rose Bible. Yes, the one that campaigned for.
He was just the governorship candidate. Sorry, he was just the governorship candidate in Labour Party, but he's not the one for NDC now. Labour Party in the last election.
ADC.
He's the ADC governorship candidate right now.
Correct.
Yeah, when we had a meeting with him, he mentioned something about this thing I'm talking about now. About what is putting in place to stop all these hoodlums. Yeah.
I don't know.
Dr. Katch, please hold on. Please hold on, sir. Hold on, sir, please. Is there anything that NDC is doing to stop all these guys in Lagos?
I do not have any information as to that yet.
Okay. Okay. Because the way they are going, this is the same pattern they used for 2023 election. That is the same way they started. By destroy the billboards and the posters of Peter will be that time. That is the same pattern they are bringing it back again. And if they are not stopped, it's still going to be the same thing again.
That is not an issue.
Thank you.
They can remove billboards. Billboards are not the way the population know what we're using as social media. You remember Mr. Trump didn't use billboard, he used social media. So when you see
Dr. Katch, we're talking about Nigeria here, we're not talking about America, we're talking about Nigeria.
I am advising you, my friend, listen, please.
Yes, sir.
In Nigeria, we are doing social media. The last time, we never used billboard. Okay, I'm just telling you what. So if the government goes on to remove people's board, that's your business. We're not board. We're using the social media to spread our messages. That's what we're doing.
Dr. Katch, the lady that that came to the news a few days ago, talking about how they were destroying our billboards. The way I look at her, she was just helpless. Like she don't have any help from anybody to support her.
Which lady is this?
The one campaigning for Lagos State NDC.
Oh, she's a medical doctor. The medical doctor contesting under NDC.
When we watched her the last time the way she spoke, she feels so helpless. Even the area guys were telling her to go come to the office and pay money and do this, and they took everything away. The way she spoke,
so
you can see that.
Let me understand your question. PH, what are you driving at? Are you saying that
there is anything that NDC is doing?
And the question I'm asking, since Dr. Katch has responded to you and it doesn't look like you're comfortable with the response, are you thinking that the NDC should also ensure that they fight the Lagos state government with this, and then perhaps
not really fighting, having people in place to protect whatever they have there for their party?
That's the question I'm asking you. Having people in place to do what? Because the people who removed it are people that are in charge of signages. So what would you have the people in place do? To do what exactly? To fight the government?
So what would the opposition parties do? So what would it just close up and just forget about it?
The reason I'm asking you this question, let me even explain to you. In almost all the states, the state governors, including Abia State, have increased. Okay, you listen to me, please, if you want us to talk. Thank you, sir. In almost all the states, the state governors don't peg the money to use put billboard at 100 million plus, in some states, 150 million. Else he cannot put billboard in those states. So what do you not expect people to do? To go and fight the state government and say we want to put, or we must put the billboards? So that's what I'm asking you. What are you driving out? If they have people in place, what would the people they have in place do? What do you expect them to do? Do you understand the question? And remember that putting billboard is not equal to having election. It's not equal to winning votes. In fact, the one you should even be talking about the more is, if you even look at other issues, you should be looking at how do you fight the likes of people who say Iyashukwu don't come out to vote on election day, that led to voter apathy in Lagos State at some places.
Those
That's
are
what
the
you should
things
be talking about, not billboard. What will you do with the billboard? No, you didn't mention that. No, you did not mention that. So you mentioned the billboard, Gongo. And my question to you is, what do you want them to do? Fight Lagos State government? I don't know. Let me know your suggestions, sir.
The opposition party were in a very difficult situation in Nigeria, to be frank with you.
Oh, they are. They never said they are not. They are. In fact, I for one will advise opposition parties to forget about signages. Use mouth to mouth. Waka, they go market, they talk to people one by one. Go to every place, talk to people one by one. They go tire.
That should be the thing, because that lady, when I look at her, you can see that she was just hopeless. You know. I think that mouth-to-mouth thing is going to work more better than these billboards and all this.
Then go to churches, engage churches, engage mosques, engage where you know people go to markets. If person no go mosques today, go church tomorrow, go market the next day. Go to those places. Do social media. There must be a way out. There must be. So when you keep asking what are the opposition do, I don't know what you intend them to do. You want them to fight?
No, because what Rose Viper said about what he does or what he has done up to this time, to make sure what happened last time didn't happen this time again. That's the reason why I brought it up.
So now that they're destroying billboards, what is he doing? Because his own billboards will be destroyed too. His own will be destroyed. Our guy own will be destroyed too, I know. But if the people of other candidates, they go do your own. So what do you want to do?
Anyway, yeah, just like that lady, when I saw her, I feel so bad for her, to be frank with you. You know. Yeah.
Okay, because sometimes when we ask questions, it's good that we have a true context to the questions that we're asking, so that we know exactly what it is that we're discussing. Because in a situation like this, what do you want to do? To now become somebody who's rebelling against government, the state, not including Abia State, as I put that, including Abia State.
So those guys are government officials.
What's it be, Lassa?
Those ones breaking down those.
Lassa? Lagos State Signages and Kiniko Agency. You know they see them.
Wow.
So you didn't know, Seth?
No, when I saw them, they look like Agboros to me, because the lady went to them. They were sitting in the corner there. The guys with the trousers and chair, they were.
And let me tell you something. You see, one state where you cannot just stand up and start putting road signages and all that anyhow is in Lagos State too. Those things are very well managed. Lamp poles, all of those things. Because I'm into PR and I know all of those things now industry for Lagos State. So you go wake up, come spend money, do flex, come put that for road without
couple of years ago. I knew was given to
you must get
the clearance.
Yes.
Yeah.
You must pay for it. You must get the necessary approval before you put them. So she not put all that into consideration. Instead of putting all of those ones, that makes you put posters, do handbills. There is always a way out.
You're right, because those guys were just mocking her, come to our office and come and pay money, talk to this person, go and see that one. The way they were just playing with her, You can tell they just fooling around with her.
She goes to pay money, they'll still not take the money.
They're not going to give it to her.
The money and still, they may take the money, but perhaps she may just get a clearance that is not the legit one, and tomorrow they say, oh, the clearance you got is not legit. Go back and
it's just too much. It's just too much in Nigeria to be frank with you. I feel for them a lot, to be frank with you, honestly.
So finish. See my people say, good man, you know where your brother go, they shouting name. You know where your brother go, you see they shouting name, say, Chukudi, where are you? You know that kind of thing.
Thank you very much, anyway. Thank you very much.
This is the situation of the country.
Dr. Katch, if I was being emotional, please, you should bear with me, please. I shouldn't take it to heart, okay, please. This Nigerian matter don't feel us.
It's okay. I even needed him to go because he spent a lot of time with us already.
Hope I didn't drive him, okay? Did I drive him?
Okay. You say what?
Did I drive him away or what?
No. It may have been network or something, but it's already time for him to go, so he ought to.
All right,
thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. All right, Dr. Katch has rejoined us. Let's see. All right, Dr. Katch, let you just throw a few words as a parting shot as we close up for today.
Okay. Well, I'm listening.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me yourself?
Okay, so say a few words as a parting shot, especially as we look at campaigns intensifying. Waiting be the final words and what you get for the different oppositions and for people who see they watch, especially how they will use to prepare themselves for this election.
They should learn from Osun State. Osun State provided a lot. Let them learn from Osun State. You vote, you stay in watch, guide your vote. You stay in what? Guide the collation. You stay there, they announce the results, and then you're okay to go home. Don't just vote and run away. You vote, you guide your vote, because there are vultures everywhere. Since people are complaining so much about suffering, there's nothing wrong with them investing a little bit of their time, just one day, as a strategy towards ending that suffering and ushering in a better nation. You can only change the politicians in a democracy through vote. And that's the only thing that you owe to yourself and your children as a duty in an election.
Thank you so much, Dr. Katch. It's always a pleasure to be with you. Would you look forward to seeing some dramas we're going forward and how it could take be? I don't know, because this election, he didn't want to one last word before I go. So yesterday, the High Chief Ame was here, and he did say something about this whole issue of coalition and opposition parties coming together. He said it's a deliberate psychological warfare in the minds of people. What's your thought on that, sir?
That's it. It's just a last-minute acrobatic by some people. It doesn't make sense. One, none of the parties can afford to cut off the head of its engine. The time for working together is gone. In a lot of the parties where you have presidential candidates, there are people who lined up behind them. If you cut off the head of any party that is removing its presidential candidate, that will cause very serious, disillusionment amongst its rank and file. Yes, I was asked this question yesterday in a different program, and what I said is it's already destroyed because Atiku is the person that should have respected the pendulum to allow the presidential pendulum to swing to the south since the presidency had been in the north for 8 years. But because he refused, that's where we are. And so that's what it is. It is Atiku's refusal to respect zoning that ultimately bankrupted the PDP and brought it into its present moribund comatose stage. Atiku did it. Governor Wike only helped him to put the nail on the coffin. He did it. So he just he doesn't respect the South. And I told the person who asked me the question, but the way he said, but he has a right, constitutional right. I said, no. Nation building requires that you make compromises. Because nation building requires you carrying the aspirations of your diverse people. You just put only one gang and say that is it. You know, when Buhari, Abacha, Babangida did their cascade of coups, they were writing decrees. And even when they conducted the space where you can mark whether you're a Muslim or you are a Christian, they even refused to put in the mark for tribe. And then we lost those data, just the same way they remove history from our schools curriculum. Nigeria, till tomorrow morning, if you follow school enrollment correlation to population, you follow bank records to population density and hospital records, Nigeria remains a Christian majority country. So maybe the Muslims think that by doing coup, suddenly now you have Muslim majority. You don't have that. You don't have that. So these people have been trying to undermine the country, undermine our living together equally. But then tomorrow you now see a very mad and deranged, mentally deranged man calling me and other Nigerians infidel. Doesn't that tell you something? That tells you how mad some of these leaders are. So for me, we still have to follow the path of caution for us to be able to succeed in nation building. And because the country is not working, there are stories of a constitutional conference for children. Because what we had before has been destroyed. It's been destroyed by those who think they can own the country, govern it, and pin it down by destroying institutions of state. So
I hope this is not my network again. I hope to God this isn't my network again. Okay, I can't even tell if it is. I'd have to.
For me, that's why I tell you currently,
oh
we are
dear.
suffering.
Sincere apologies, Dr. Katch. Sincere apologies. Let's see. Sorry, Dr. Katch. Let me just let you drop that thought so I can let you go, sir. Go ahead, sir.
I said these things happen in Nigeria because Nigeria has ceased to be a normal society. It has ceased to be a normal country. It is currently under state capture by a Sunni minority. And we're now suffering the consequences of that state capture. So that's what we should understand.
Thank you so much, Dr. Katch. I deeply appreciate you. Thank you for being here as usual. And as the elections they come, I hope we will continue to hear from you to ginger us on the more things we will need to do so that we'll get them right this time. or get it right, because we don't have any choice but to get it right or get it right. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you, sir. Good night and God bless you. Okay. And to the rest Nigerians, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone for being part of the show. It's always a pleasure to be with you and bring you, issues we get to do with our country. I just know, so we love you and we appreciate you. I beg you, make sure you like and share this post. Follow us like your village people. Let's continue to speak for the growth and development of our nation. I love you guys so deeply and so immensely. Good night and God bless you. Bye.